G'day, my name is Slagfizz and I'm your local bearded Minecrafter, and I have something that I think is really awesome. This is a Portculis gate. Back last year sometime, Mumbo Jumbo made a monster gate as part of a larger compilation of gates and doors that he does every once in a while. And it made me think, and this is what I developed. Mumbo Jumbo's, I'll put a link to that video down in the description, but Mumbo's design didn't fit what I needed. It was pretty bulky as far as the space that it contained, and some of the redstone was up here and down there, but I wanted it to sort of fit neatly within a fortress wall. So the idea of having bulky space up here didn't work for me. So I got to redeveloping that, and I wanted it silent too. The only thing I wanted was the noise of these 4 pistons working. So that's what I achieved. Anyway, so what it does is it pushes some fence posts down and puts them out of alignment. And when they go out of alignment, you can walk through them. And this is because you're using wooden fence posts and nether brick fence posts. And what that means is when they're not aligned, they won't join because they're a different material type. And because they're a single fence post, registered by the server and the client, you can pass through them. So it's not a true Portculis gate. They don't go up and down, and I'm not interested in having something that complicated. And there's other videos out there for that. And that's not what I'm here to do. But anyway, you can dress this up in any fashion you want, any kind of brick type you want. I just thought that might be cool to demonstrate its dimensions. This is currently dressed up in stone, iron, and some andesite here. But the dimensions of the gate itself are pretty small indeed. This is as complicated as the redstone up here gets. The only reason it's got some extra bulkage on here is just for the redstone snake. The redstone snake carries from the clocks down there and the repeaters the signal up into that block, which powers this piston. And the same goes for over here. It's completely identical. So nevertheless, this gate actually fits into a very small place. We don't even need those here. Boom. So that's the dimension of the gate right there. It's just 1 by 3 there. This is a 5 by 4 gate. You can make it higher. You can make it to the limit of the pistons. I believe that's 12 high if you wanted. If you wanted a 12 high gate, go for it. And if you want half of the gate, then you can do that too. You can chop this in half and do away with one whole half and just have say a 3 by 12 or a 3 by 4, 3 by 2, as long as it's high enough for you to walk through. So, but this is as wide as I wanted it to make it. If you make it any wider, then you sort of need some redstone stuff and things up here in the center, and that makes it bulky. And anyway, it looks good enough with its dimensions right there. Anyway, I'll show you what's underneath here, and we'll get cracking. So this has 3 basic components. We've got the pink circuit here. I've only used the repeaters to neaten up the circuit just because I felt that looked a little better, but you don't strictly need them. They power the redstone snakes. That takes the power up to the top pistons here. The second most important part of this circuit is the repeater locking here. These 2 repeaters here do some repeater locking. Have these repeaters in here for extra delay. Whenever you put a single repeater down that has an inherent level of small delay. And between these 3, they keep that piston there locked. They keep that locked so it doesn't power these blocks here. Once those blocks there power, they power the pistons. So what happens is the third most important part of this circuit, the comparator pulse extender, gets powered once the pink circuit's powered, and it decays the length of the pulse just long enough that these pistons fire down. You can walk through the gate, and then once the signal's decayed enough, these two repeaters here unlock these repeaters. A delay happens, and then the pistons fire, and you're halfway to going to kill a creeper. That's what happens there. And the orange circuit here is just to take the button press from here back to the pink side, so you can power the whole circuit. So it's a pretty simple thing there. But yeah, so we got the three most basic parts, which is just a pulse extender, the repeater locking, and just some redstone to take power up to the redstone snakes. Anyway, let's get started, guys. Alright, to get started, guys, what we'll do is we'll start with the orange circuit, because we work from the lowest point and work our way up, especially if you don't want an access point down into the gate later. So we're going to do 3 orange across from here. From this corner block, we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From here, we're going to put some redstone dust across here like this, with a repeater facing out. What we'll do now is we're going to take some blocks. We're going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a button on top. Remove these 4 here. Put a sticky piston underneath with a redstone block, and that's the orange circuit complete. What happens is you press that button, the redstone block goes down and powers the circuit briefly, which gives us a 1 tick pulse. Now what we'll do is we'll get started with the pink. And by pink, I mean actually purple. So what we'll do is we'll put 1 block there, followed by a 2x4 area like this. And what we'll do is take our comparators and put 2 facing one way, and then in the opposite direction, 2 facing the other way. We'll take some redstone dust and put it across here like this. From this side here, which forms the center of our circuit, we'll put a block like that with the redstone dust on top of it. We'll grab another block like this, and we'll form a redstone snake, just a really simple one. And just up here like this, another one with another redstone dust on top of it, and that is the purple circuit done. This is our comparator pulse extender. Now what we'll do is continue on with the pink circuit now. We want a block up here like this, and that needs to be something like this, and then 3 along. Put a redstone dust here, here, and here, and we need a repeater facing that way. What we'll do is we'll put another block up here with a button on top of that. And when you press that button, these 2 repeaters are important. It makes sure that the redstone signal doesn't mix into the other circuit, and so yeah, that's important, so that we don't get any feedback or anything misfiring and the circuit going nuts. Now for the rest of the circuit, what we're going to do is come across one like this, and up here like this. Sorry, it's probably easy if you just follow what I'm doing. And we need to make a sort of this 3 high and 1 wide L. Same on the other side. We're going to put some redstone dust along here like this. And now we'll take our repeaters, and we want a repeater here, and a repeater here. The signal comes through from this repeater here into this block, and this this block here powers these 2 repeaters, and it powers the redstone snake. Now what we will do is we're going to form the redstone snake. So the redstone snake will come up off here like this. So we'll just form the base of this right now, but we'll continue with the rest of it in just a little bit, because it's better to get this done once you got the gate in. So we'll put this down now, but it is easier once you got the gate in, believe me. Alright, let's get the rest of this circuit done. What we'll do is we'll take the yellow blocks and we'll put them across here. So from that center point, we want to go across 2 on either side, so it's a 5 wide area. Then we're going to go across from this point here, and we go all the way back like that for 2, and then we're going to go from here for 2, so it's same over here. And what we're going to do is whack in our repeaters. This repeater here needs to be 4 tick delay, and then we need regular repeaters facing in like this, and we can put some redstone dust all the way across this whole area. And what we will need is just run over here and put some iron blocks here like that, and that is the entire redstone circuit done. If you quickly press this button, you'll notice the whole thing fires, and off it goes. And we go over here, we can watch it again. There we go, all done. Alright, now we'll build the gate. Alright, from this point here, if you want to grab yourself something to walk on, then you can more than do that right now. So we'll go from this point here, and you can go across as wide as you want it. We're just going to go across for 5, so we've got somewhere to walk. I'm going to go 2 back from here just because it looks better. 2 across from here like this. It's important to keep where those iron blocks are free, however. So same over here, we're going to go 5 by 3, and then a line of another 2. You can make this whatever you want. I used white because I feel it kind of takes away from the ground, and you can sort of concentrate the person coming through to the gate. We're going to put some pistons right here facing up. We're going to take some blocks and put them through the middle like this, and we're going to form ourselves a ring going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to do it 4, but if you want to do it higher, you can. And from here, we'll remove that block, we'll remove that block, and just come down again. Alrighty. Oops. Does that look right? Yep, that's right. Just remove that block there. Those 2 corners shouldn't have anything on them because we need some redstone there shortly. Now we'll put the fence posts in. We want some oak down here. You can have this in any order you want, but these 2 pistons here need to be empty. So we'll put the netherrack ones up here like this. Go take some pistons and face them down here in these 2 spots like that. We're almost done, guys. Put some more oak in like that. Now come down here, and because we have some of the redstone circuits in already, we're going to go to the top of that block here like this and put in 1 block. And put another slab, 2 slabs up here like this. Remove the first one, 1 here, 2 up here, and 1 there. Cover that all in some redstone dust. Come around the other side again. From the top of that block, come out 1. From that block, we want 2. Remove the first one, 1, 2. Remove the first one, 1. Cover all of this in some redstone dust. And that, my friends, is how you do the gate. It's all done. Now, if you want to leave it like that, you can leave it like that. I probably wouldn't, especially if you're building a base in somewhere like the Nether. Or you can come and decorate it like this. So what you'd need is 3 blocks across like this. We want to cover up all of the redstone, just so that it's blast proof from ghasts, or just so you don't get creatures walking around your gate. Pretty much you can put blocks anywhere you want in this circuit. It's not going to affect it in any which way. The only place you need to be careful around is, say, here, in this area here. You've got to be careful around here as well. And of course you want to be careful in this area right here, because you can get the signals mixed up and it'll sort of keep it powered always. We don't always want it to be powered, otherwise the circuit won't work. Now come over here and do the same thing. It's a pretty simple process. come down here and we'll cover this up as well. Now obviously this isn't creeper proof, so don't go building this and thinking it's going to keep you safe from creepers. It will keep you safe from ghast explosions, however, and I've found from personal experience from building my base in the nether that the odd fire from a ghast is very, very destructive. Alrighty, that's how you can do that, and I just put some quartz blocks down here like this just because it makes it look a little bit nicer. You of course don't need to do that, but that's just my personal preference. I've also done something else as well. What I have done in a jungle base with this gate is I've done this, and that. Oh, we need to put the bit across the center here. Do it on the other side. I did. And you can do that as well if you want. Doesn't affect the functionality, and in fact it hides the joiner just there quite nicely. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's all I have, guys. Thanks very much for watching. My name is Slagfizz. I'm your local bearded Minecrafter.